So I grew up in Winter, South Dakota, was a three-sport athlete playing football, basketball, and track. Our coaches knew the importance of strength conditioning and actually exposed a lot of kids to strength conditioning early on, as early as 7th grade now, but when I was there we were starting as about freshmen. So really was exposed to strength conditioning early on, finished out my career there, and then attended South Dakota State University. I played football for the Jackrabbits. I played tight end from 2008 to 2012. And then began my master's program for strength conditioning.
I grew up here in Sioux Falls. Actually, I went to O'Gorman High School, and growing up I played all sorts of sports. Probably the first sport I really learned how to play was golf, and now it is probably one of my favorite sports. So I'm kind of big into golf, but actually my biggest sport aside from track was competitive cheer. I did that probably 2nd grade all the way through my senior year of high school. So I was a big cheerleader, which actually kind of surprises a lot of people, but that was kind of my main thing. And then I really found my love for track and field about my freshman year of high school. I was in gymnastics and my coach said, "You're going out for track, right?" And I said, "Well, I don't know, I was going to play golf." And I decided to run track, and kind of is history from there. So in high school, I did track, a little bit of volleyball, a little gymnastics. I actually did powerlifting, and then I was a student athletic trainer too, and cheerleading, sport cheer, and competitive cheer. With track, then I ended up running track for the Jackrabbits up at SDSU, which was probably one of the best experiences I've ever had, and I really enjoyed being a college student athlete and running track and getting to travel all over the place.
Well, I've always played a lot of sports ever since I was a kid. Always be outside playing with my friends. I guess playing football, soccer, basketball, just whatever on recess, and then it just kind of continued till middle school. I played soccer for 10 years. That's probably the first sport that I played. Then I played baseball and softball, basketball in middle school. Didn't play any football till high school, basically because my dad thought I was too small. So I played soccer for a lot of years and kind of got sick of that, and played football my junior year, went out for the team. Both my junior and senior year played there at Roosevelt, and that was probably one of the best decisions I made, because I learned a lot about discipline and stuff like that. I did with soccer too, but it was different with football. Basketball, kind of the same way. It's just football was new and it was different, and it felt more like a team atmosphere. And then I did track also. I did long jump. Got second in state 2 years in a row, my junior and senior year in long jump. And then after that, I was sick of being the small kid, so I started working out more and got a lot bigger during the summer before college, like 30 pounds bigger, which was crazy because people were like, where did you come from? Like the people from orientation, and then until I went to school, that's when I transformed, and they're like, thought I was on steroids or something. It was kind of, which I can understand why, but so I kind of got into that, got out of sports, and then college I played intramurals and stuff like that. So.
Okay, I grew up in a suburb of Cleveland, Chagrin Falls, where I played 2 sports. Growing up, I played a variety of different sports, from baseball, soccer, football, basketball, wrestling, and even track. And then in high school, I kind of specialized and only went into football and basketball. Played almost year-round basketball. Then I went to Mount Union, and I was a double major there, health and physical education, where I continued my athletic career on the football field. I lettered 3 years there, won 2 national championships, and then I continued to play professionally, and I went and started my first contract in Omaha in 2012. And then I played there in 2013, got picked up by the AFL team Chicago Rush, and finished out the rest of my year there. went on to play for the Sioux Falls Storm in 2014 and 2015, when we ended up winning it both years. And then I just signed back 2 games ago, and we got a big championship this weekend.
Okay. I grew up in a small town in Northwest Iowa where I played basketball, football, and ran track for both the Boyden Hall Comets and the Nighthawks. After high school, I played football up at South Dakota State from 01 to 05, where I played both tight end and offensive line. Following college, I had an opportunity to play football for the Buffalo Bills, where I played offensive line. And following an injury, I went out to Los Angeles, and then I came back for the Storm, where I also played offensive line.